Here we are again with another episode of our Warhammer 40k 10th edition index reviews. Today we have the Aeldari, otherwise known as the Eldar. In fact, that's why this video actually wasn't like one of the first ones or the first one. I named the index Eldar when I downloaded it. So anyway, today we're going over the Aeldari. Emphasis on the E, even though it's spelled with an A. These are your typical space elves, and there's not much more to say. You got elves, you put them in space, you get the Eldar. So they've got, all the things you would expect, like psychic powers and the ability to see into the future, immortality, that kind of stuff. And they tend to hit you with a surgical strike and then kind of fade away back into the shadows so that you don't see them anymore and you can't attack them back. Hit and run guerrilla tactics, that's kind of their thing. Nobody likes them. Not even people who play them. Like, I play them, and I don't even like them, So, joking aside, if you like the video, and if you like this kind of content, and you like my weird-sounding voice, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell icon so that you are always notified each time we come out with a new video. We have all other kinds of stuff to check out. We have different playlists, so look at all those. We have different kinds of tacticas. We have battle reports. All of your engagement really helps, and I appreciate all of your support. And here we go. So, alright, the army that no one likes. Let's fucking go! Here we have the Aeldari battle host detachment rule. If your army faction is Aeldari, you can use this battle host detachment rule. It says, each time an Aeldari unit from your army is selected to shoot or fight, you can reroll one hit roll, and you can reroll one wound roll when resolving those attacks. And then you have some other special rules here. You have Corsairs and Traveling Players. If your army faction is Drukhari, you can include Harlequins and Anthrae units in your army, even though they do not have the Drukhari faction keyword. The combined points value of the Harlequins and or Anthrae units you can have that you can include in your army depends on the battle size as follows. So you have 250 points, 500, or 750. So in a strike force, which is a 2,000 point game, you're going to be allowed to take 500 points of allied Corsairs and stuff like that. Harlequins and Corsairs. No Harlequin or Anrath models included in your army this way can be your warlord, and they cannot be given enhancements. And then you have Ynnari. If your army faction is Aeldari and your warlord is Yvrain, you can include Drukhari units in your army even though they do not have the Aeldari faction keyword. The combined points value of such units you can include in your army depends on the battle size as follows. So same deal here, but with different points values. So in a strike force, the one that we care about, you can have up to 1,000 points of allied Drukhari. Otherwise it's 500 and 1,500. Respectively. No Drukhari models included in your army in this way can be given enhancements, obviously. You cannot include units with any of the following keywords in your army using these rules: Phoenix Lords, Avatars of Cain, Solitaires, Homunculus Covens. Alright, then we have the enhancements. We got the Phoenix Gem. This is the one that you're going to take. The Aeldari model only. The first time the bearer is destroyed, roll a d6 on a 2+, keep it to one side. At the end of the phase, set the bearer up again as close as possible to its previous position and not within engagement range of any enemy models, with its full wounds remaining. Because Eldar. Weeping Stones, Aeldari model only. Each time the bearer's unit destroys an enemy unit, roll 1d6 and add it to your fate dice pool, displaying the result you just rolled. Each time the bearer's unit destroys an enemy unit, roll 1d6. Okay. So that's what that does. Next one is the Reader of the Runes. It's an Aeldari model only, Psyker model. In your command phase, you can select one dice in your fate pool, re-roll it, and then add it back to your fate pool, displaying the result you just rolled. Next is Fate's Messenger, Aeldari model only, once per turn, just after making a hit roll, wound roll, or a saving throw for a model in the bearer's unit. You can treat the result as an unmodified roll of 6 instead. So, pretty good. The Phoenix Gem is probably the best one there. Alright, coming on down. We got the stratagems here. Feigned Retreat. This is a 1 CP strategic ploy. Your movement phase. Just after an Aeldari unit from your army makes a fallback move, you target that Aeldari unit. Your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge this turn, even if it fell back. Wow. Then you got Matchless Agility. This is a battle tactic stratagem. This happens in your movement phase. One Aeldari unit from your army that has not been selected to move this phase until the end of the phase, it advances 6 inches instead of rolling. Next you got Strike and Fade. This is a strategic ploy. This is 2 CP. This happens at the end of your shooting phase. One Aeldari unit from your army. Your unit can make a normal move. It cannot embark within a transport at the end of this move. The restrictions, that should be part of the restrictions, right? The restrictions are that you cannot select an aircraft unit or a unit within engagement range of one or more enemy units, and until the end of the turn, the unit you selected is not eligible to declare a charge. Okay. So you shoot, you move, and then you shoot. You just can't get back into a transport. Pretty good. Bladestorm, this is a strategic ploy. This happens in your shooting phase. You target one Aeldari unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack, a critical wound. When you get a critical wound, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 2. Pretty good. Okay, moving along down to Phantasm. This is a strategic ploy. This happens at the end of your opponent's movement phase. So after you know where your opponent moved everything, then you get to do this. You target one Aeldari unit from your army, excluding aircraft, which also, yeah, so one Aeldari infantry unit from your army, excluding aircraft. Your unit can make a normal move up to 7 inches. It cannot embark within a transport at the end of this move. The restrictions are, you cannot select a unit within engagement range of one or more enemy units, and until the end of the turn, you cannot target that unit with the Heroic Intervention stratagem. I guess that would make sense. Because that would be fucked up. So, Lightning Fast Reactions, Battle Tactics Strat, 1 CP. Phantasm is also 1 CP. So, Lightning Fast Reactions, this happens in your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. You target one Aeldari unit from your army, excluding Wraith constructs specifically. That was selected as the target of those attacks, and then until the end of the phase, each time an attack targets that unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. So pretty interesting there. So those are going to be your strats for Eldar. Basically do everything you want is what they read. It's pretty fucking good. Azurman, number 1 on the list here. He moves 7, toughness 3. He does rock a 2-up save, 5 wounds, 6-up leadership, and OC of 1. He has the Bloody Twins, the twins of the Bloody Twins. They are assault lethal hit pistols with a 24-inch range and 6 shots. Ballistic skill 2, strength 4, AP 1, 2 damage. Huh. Okay. Then his melee weapon is the Sword of Azure. It's got devastating wounds. It's got 6 attacks hitting on 2s. Strength 6, AP 3, and 3 damage. What is this thing? What are you? What are you? You're a leader with Strands of Fate. You have the Hand of Azurman. Azurean? Whatever, guys. Who fucking cares? Alright, while this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Pretty good. Depends on what he can lead, but pretty good. Tactical Acumen, once per turn. See, I can read words that are real, typically, unless they're like the Sisters of Battle, which had like crazy Latin things going on, and I'm illiterate, so... anyway, Tactical Acumen, once per turn, you can target this model's unit with the Fire Overwatch stratagem for 0 CP, and you can do so even if you have already used that stratagem on a different unit this phase, and he has a 3-up invuln. He must be the only thing in the game with a 3-up invuln. We'll see, but that is pretty good. That's a 3-up invuln just base. You're cool. No war gear options. He comes with the Bloody Twins and the Sword of Azure. And he can be attached to Dire Avengers only. Okay, so he gives Dire Avengers +1 to hit. He himself is a 3-up invuln. He's an infantry character, Epic Hero, Phoenix Lord. So we're going to skip over the other Phoenix Lords and just go right to the Autarch, because it starts with an A. It moves 7, toughness 3, 3-up save with 4 wounds. Leadership 6+, OC 1. There's a bunch of different weapons. I can only take one of these, but it has access to the Death Spinner. It spins death. It devastates and it torrents. It's got a 12-inch range. D6 attacks. Strength 4, AP 0. 1 damage. It is what a Warp Spider has, and we'll get to them. Dragon Fusion Gun. It's Assault. Melta 3. 12-inch range. 1 shot. Ballistic Skill 2. Strength 9, AP 4. D6 damage. Fusion Pistol. This is Assault, Melta 2, and Pistol. So he can advance and shoot this thing if he really wants to. It's the same as the Sisters. It is Strength 8, AP 4, D3 damage. Melta 2, yep. So 6-inch range there. Yeah, same thing. Next, we got this Reaper Launcher. This has a little ticker here. Or selecting the target. Okay, yeah, so you just select a different profile. It is either 1 shot at Strength 8, AP 2, 2 damage, or 2 shots at Strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. Ew. I dislike that becoming worse. The Shuriken Pistol is Assault and Pistol. It is a 12-inch range, 1 attack, hits on 2s, Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. Next, we have the melee weapons here. We got the Banshee Blade. That is going to be 5 attacks, Weapon Skill 2, Strength 4, AP 3, 1 damage. Scorpion Chainsword. This is sustained hits 1, 6 attacks, hitting on 2, Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. And the Star Glaive. This is going to be 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, Strength 6, AP 2, and 2 damage. He's a leader. He's got Strands of Fate. He's got Fate Strands. Superlative Strategist. Once per turn, you can target this model's unit with a stratagem, even if already used it on a different unit. Okay, doesn't cost less, but Path of Command. At the start of your command phase, if this model is your warlord and on the battlefield, you gain 1 CP. He's got some abilities here. Howling Banshee Mask. The bear's unit has the fight's first ability, and then he has Manda Blasters. Melee weapons equipped by just the bear have devastating wounds when targeting non-monsters or vehicles. So any other thing besides monsters or vehicles. And he's got a 4-up invuln, so he's alright. Not so bad. Gives you 1 CP while he's on the battlefield. That is good. His Shuriken Pistol can be replaced with a Death Spinner, a Fusion Gun, a Fusion Pistol, or a Reaper Launcher. His Star Glaive can be replaced with either the Banshee Blade or the Chain Sword, and then he can either be equipped with the Howling Banshee Mask or the Manda Blasters, which you probably get in the mask for the fights first. He can be equipped, well, maybe not, because of what he can lead, the Guardian Defenders and the Storm Guardians. So that's what he does. Then you got the Whale Leaper. This guy is pretty damn good, and we're about to find out why. So, 14-inch move, toughness 3, 3-up save, 4 wounds, leadership 6+, OC 1. He's got a 4-up invuln, but he's got lone operatives. That's the key. Lone operatives, and he can deep strike. Moves 14, so he's super fast. He can take all the same weapons as the one we just talked about. Same thing with the close combat weapons. He can take all the same ones, and he can take the same war gear abilities. So he can run in there with a Star Glaive. Can he take both? Let's see here. Shuriken Pistol, Star Glaive. This model Shuriken Pistol can be replaced with one of the following. Yeah, so you can give him, I don't know, like a fusion gun. Fly up in there with a cool fusion gun. You know, it's Melta 3. So that's pretty cool. Maybe you give him something else, but not so bad. But what does he do, right? So he does the same thing. Gives you 1 CP if he's on the battlefield. And then anytime a friendly Aeldari unit is within 6 inches of him, each time that unit takes a battle shock or leadership test, you add 1 to the test. Not so bad. Not good at all, though. Not good at all. Well, it's not. It's an ability you get. You know, we can't complain. But it's not as good as this, where if he's on the battlefield, you just gain a CP. That's better. Wow. So I will mention that the regular Autarch is infantry, a character, grenades, and himself. This guy is infantry, character, jump pack, fly, grenades, and himself. So he has the same exact war gear options here. And that's it. He's just a dude that can chill. Next we have the Autarch Skyrunner. This is a little bit different. So he moves 14 as well with toughness 4. He's got a 3-up save. He's got 5 wounds, leadership 6 and OC 2. He has the Dragon Fusion Gun, the Lance, and the Twin Shuriken Catapult. So the Dragon Fusion Gun, that's an Assault Melta 3 weapon that we just saw. Strength 9 AP4, D6 damage, hits on 2s, 1 shot, 12 inches. The Laser Lance, it's got a 6-inch range, 1 shot, 2s to hit. It's Strength 6, AP3, and 2 damage flat. And then you got a Twin Shuriken Catapult. This is an assault weapon that is twin-linked. 18-inch range, 2 shots, hits on 2s, Strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. Not the worst weapon ever. Not the best. Better than a bolter. Definitely better than a bolter. Melee weapons. He's got a Banshee Blade. Well, potentially. He's got one of these two things. Banshee Blade, 5 attacks, weapon skill 2, Strength 4, AP3, and 1 damage. Or he has the Laser Lance, which is 4 attacks, hits on 2s, Strength 4, AP3, 2 damage. He's a leader that strands fate around. He has the Path of Command, so if he's on the battlefield and you're Warlord, you gain that coveted extra CP. And then he has Ride of the Wind. While this model is leading a unit each time that unit advances, you just get to move an additional 6. He's got a 4-up invuln. He is mounted. He's a character that flies, Altark and himself. He can take a Dragon Fusion Gun by replacing his Laser Lance, or he can take the Banshee Blade by replacing his Laser Lance. It's kind of lame. He should be able to take both. He's equipped with a Twin Shuriken Catapult and a Laser Lance. He can lead Wind Riders. Then you have the Avatar of Cain. The Avatar of I'm Insane, I think is a better name. He moves 10. He's toughness 12. He's got a 2-up. He's got 14 wounds. Jesus Christ, I thought he had 12. He's got 14 wounds. He's leadership 6. He's OC 5. He's got the Wailing Doom. It's sustained hits D3. So when you use a fate dice to auto hit with it, it gets an additional D3 hits. And that's on an Overwatch that you'll do that, because that's funny. It's got 1 attack. It's BS2. It's only strength 16. It's AP4, and it is D6 plus 2 damage. Range 12. I think I said that already, but my god. He points his sword at you, and he kills you with it. And then in combat, he hits you with it. He has the Wailing Doom with a strike. That's only going to be 6 attacks here, weapon skill 2. Strength 14, AP4, D6 plus 2 damage. And then he's got a sweep profile. It's 12 attacks, hits on 2s. Strength 7, AP2, 2 damage. It's pretty bad, right? It's pretty bad. He is Deadly Demise D3, has Strands of Fate, Molten Form. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, have the damage characteristic of that attack. You heard that right. Have the damage characteristic of that attack. So I'm going to do 6 wounds to you. I actually do 3. It's pretty good. Pretty good. This actually happens after devastating wounds as well. Not that it really matters anymore, but notable. Does not happen after Melta. Melta happens like after this. So he halves the damage of the weapon. Melta is a modifier to the damage, and that happens after, notably. So, he's not very good against Melta, so that's funny. Anyway, he's got the Bloody Hand. It's an aura. While a friendly Eldari unit is within 6 inches, you add 1 to advantage and charge rolls made for that unit. It's great. He is -1 to hit when he is damaged. He's got a 4-up invuln, so he generally will make his saves when he's toughness 12, has damage, has Strands of Fate. He's pretty good. He has no war gear options. This guy's insane. He's fucking crazy, dude. If you haven't played against an Avatar, do that. Do that and then come back and leave a comment and tell me how bad it was. Alright, so he's just got the Wailing Doom. He just has a sword that he points at you and kills you with. It's a monster character, epic hero, demon. It is a demon. Avatar of Cain. Next we got Baharoth. He moves 14 with a toughness 3 and 2-up save, 5 wounds, leadership 6, 1 OC. He's got the Fury of the Tempest. It's an assault lethal hits weapon with 4 attacks at 24 inches, BS2, strength 6, AP1, 2 damage. kind of cool. In melee, he's got the Shining Blade. This is sustained hits 1, 6 attacks, weapon skill 2+, strength 5, AP 2, and 2 damage. He has Deep Strike and Leader. He's going to be leading the Swooping Hawks, I'm assuming. He has Strands of Fate. He has Cry of the Wind. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. And then in your shooting phase, after this model's unit has shot, if it is not within engagement range of any enemy units, it can make a normal move up to 6 inches as if it were your movement phase. If it does, until the end of the turn, it is not eligible to declare a charge. So I'm interested to know what the Swooping Hawks do normally, if this is what he gives to them, because I don't actually know. So he has no warrior options. He's got the Fury Tempest. He can join Swooping Hawks. Figured he is an infantry character, epic hero, jump pack, fly, grenades, Phoenix Lord. Next, we got the Corsair Void Reavers. They move 7 with a toughness of 3, save 4, 1 wound, leadership 6, and OC of 2. They have some ranged weapons. They got a Corsair Blaster. This is an assault weapon, 18-inch range, 1 attack. BS3, which all of these weapons are BS3, and so are their melee weapons. Weapon skill 3 there. So, we got the Blaster. It's an assault weapon. It is strength 8, AP 4, D6 plus 1 damage. We got the Shredder. This is a torrent weapon that is also assault with an 18-inch range. It's strength 6, no AP, 1 damage. Then you got the Neuro Disruptor. This is anti-infantry 2+ assault pistol. 1 shot. Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Shuriken Cannon, this is sustained hits 1, 24 inches, 3 attacks. Strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage. Shuriken Pistol, Assault Pistol, 12-inch range, 1 shot. Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. Shuriken Rifle, Assault, Rapid Fire 1, 1 shot. Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. And then we have a Wraith Cannon. Where the hell did this come from? What the heck are these things? Okay, they can take Wraith Cannons, apparently. They have an 18-inch range. They hit on 3s. Their strength 14, AP 4, and D6 damage. Interesting. In combat, they got a Aeldari Power Sword, 2 attacks, strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage, and a close combat weapon, 3 attacks, strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. They do have Scout, 7 inches, so that's awesome. And then they have Reavers of the Void. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. If the target of that attack is an enemy unit within range of an objective marker, you can reroll the hit roll instead. Alright, so their war gear abilities are that the bearer has a 4-up invuln, so the sergeant guy. Let's see what they can get here. Yeah, so they can take some stuff. So the Void Reaver Fellararch Shuriken Pistol can be replaced with one of the following: 1 Neuro Disruptor, 1 Shuriken Rifle. The Void Reaver Fellararch can be equipped with a Mist Shield, yep. All of the Corsair Void Reavers in the unit can have their Shuriken Pistol and Aeldari Power Sword replaced with 1 Shuriken Rifle. For every 5 models in the unit, 1 guy's Power Sword and Shuriken Rifle can be replaced with one of the following: a Blaster or a Shredder. If this unit has 10 models, 1 guy's Void Reaver Shuriken Rifle can be replaced with one of the following: 1 Shuriken Cannon, 1 Wraith Cannon. Interesting little unit here. You take them in units of 5 or 10. Every model is equipped with a Shuriken Pistol, Aeldari Power Sword, close combat weapon. They have infantry battle line grenades, Anrathe. Is it Anrathe or Anrath? And then Corsair Void Reavers. Alright, then we got the Void Scarred. Void Scarred. Same profile, looks like. Move 7, toughness 3, save 4, 1 wound, 6 leadership, and 1 OC. The Corsair Blaster, same deal there. Shredder, same deal there. Executioner, it's a little bit different. So this is an anti-infantry 2+ psychic weapon. It's interesting. That's 18-inch range, 3 shots, strength 6, AP 2, and D3 damage. Okay. Fusion Pistol, Assault Melta 2 Pistol, 6-inch range, strength 8, AP 4, D3 damage. Neuro Disruptor, we just had that one. That's anti-infantry 2-up assault pistol, just a single shot at 12 inches, 401. Ranger Long Rifle, heavy precision, 36 inches, 1 shot, strength 4, -1, 2 damage. Shuriken Cannon, we just saw that one. That's a 24-inch range, 3-shot weapon, strength 6, AP1, 2 damage. Shuriken Pistol, it's an assault pistol, strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. Shuriken Rifle, it's an assault rapid fire, 24-inch, 1 attack at strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. And then the Wraith Cannon again, devastating wounds on that one, and that's an 18-inch range. That is 1 attack, strength 14, AP4, and D6 damage apiece. Boom. Alright, then combat, they have their Aeldari Power Swords, 3 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 4, AP2, 1 damage. Close combat weapon, 3 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 3, AP0, 1 damage. Paired Hekatari Blades, these are twin linked, they are 4 attacks hitting on 2s, strength 3, AP2, 1 damage. Then you have a Witch Staff, that's anti-infantry 2-up and psychic, 2 attacks hitting on 2, strength 3, AP0, D3 damage. Alright, they have Scout 7 inches as well. They are Piratical Raiders. At the start of the battle, select 1 unit from your opponent's army. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets that unit, that attack has a lethal hits and precision ability. Okay. Channeler Stones. This is a War Gear ability. Once per turn, the first time a saving throw is failed for the bearer's unit, change the damage characteristic of that attack to 0. Then you got ranged weapons equipped by models in the bearer's unit that ignores cover. And then you got Mist Shield, Forp, Invuln. A number of dudes can each have their Shuriken Pistol and Aeldari Power Sword replaced with 1 rifle. The Sergeant, his pistol can be replaced with one of the following: Disruptor or a Shuriken Rifle, which our dudes can take the shield. For every 5, 1 can take a Corsair Blaster or a Corsair Shredder. If it has 10, you can take either a Shuriken Cannon or a Wraith Cannon. If it has 10, 1 Corsair Void Scarred Shuriken Rifle can be replaced with 1 Ranger Long Rifle. Okay? If it has 10 more models, 1 guy can be equipped with a Fusion Pistol. His Power Sword can be replaced with a Fusion Pistol. Interesting. Okay, and the last guy is 1 Corsair model with a Shuriken Pistol and Aeldari Power Sword can be equipped with 1 Flow Shoe. Yeah. Okay, so the unit can contain a maximum of 10 models. You have 1 Void Scar Felarch, then you have 4 to 9 Corsair Void Scarred, and then you can have 1 Shade Runner, 1 Soul Weaver, 1 Wayseeker. Every Corsair Void Scarred and Void Scarred Felarch is equipped with a Shuriken Pistol, Aeldari Power Sword, close combat weapon. Shade Runner is equipped with a Shuriken Pistol, close combat weapon, paired Hekatari Blades. Soul Weaver is equipped with a Shuriken Pistol, Aeldari Power Weapon, or Powered Sword, close combat weapon, Channeler Stones, and then the Wayseeker is equipped with the Executioner, close combat weapon, with staff, and Shuriken Pistol. Okay. Quite the unit there, aren't they? Quite the unit indeed. Quite the unit indeed. So that is going to be the Corsair Void Scar. All of them are infantry with grenades, and Rathe Corsair Void Scarred. The Wayseeker is a Psyker. Makes sense. Next up here, we have the Crimson Hunter. This is a 20-inch move, toughness 8, save 3 up, 12 wounds, leadership 6, and OC of 0. Its weapons are Bright Lance, which is 36 inches, 1 shot, BS3, strength 12, AP3, D6 plus 2 damage. That's pretty awesome. Pulse Laser, it's 48 inches, 3 shots, BS3, strength 9, AP2, D6 damage. Star Cannon, 36 inches, 2 shots, BS3, strength 8, AP3, 2 damage. And then it's got some melee weapons that are the same as every other vehicle. 3 attacks, weapon skill 4, strength 6, AP0, 1 damage, no one cares. It has Strands of Fate, and it also has Sky Hunter. Each time this model makes a ranged attack that targets a unit that can fly, which is a lot of units, add 1 to the hit roll and add 1 to the wound roll. That's pretty awesome. +1 to hit and +1 to wound. It becomes damaged, which gives it -1 to hit, and it has a 5-up invuln. This model's 2 star cannons can be replaced by 2 Bright Lances. Alright, so it's got 2 star cannons and the Pulse Laser. So that's a vehicle, fly, aircraft, Crimson Hunter. Then we got these Dark Reapers. They are a movement of 6, a toughness of 3, a 3-up save, 1 wound, leadership 6, 1 OC. The Exarch is the same thing, except just 2 wounds there. They've got some guns. That's what they're known for. They're known for shooting you real hard, reaping your death. They have Aeldari missile launchers as an option here. This is probably just for the Exarch, but it is a one-shot BS3, strength 10, with a 48-inch range, AP2 D6 damage, and that ignores cover, notably. Or it has a different profile, which is blast and ignores cover. This is 48 inches as well, D6 shots. BS3, which they're all BS3. Strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. Then you have the Reaper launcher. We saw this earlier on the Exarch, or the Autarch, excuse me. The Autarch has the same thing. I think it's also hitting on 3s as well. So it is 1 shot at strength 8, AP2, 2 damage, 48 inches, or 2 shots at strength 5, AP1, 1 damage, 48 inches. Then you got your Shuriken Cannon. That's an ignores cover not twin length, sustained hits 1, 24 inches, 3 attacks, strength 6, AP1, 2 damage. Pretty good weapon there. The Tempest launcher, this has always been pretty good. It has blast and indirect fire at 36 inches. It is 2d6 shots, strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. So it does not have ignores cover, which I think it used to. But anyway, they also can have close combat weapons, which is 2 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 3, AP0, 1 damage. They also have Strands of Fate and inescapable accuracy. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack, you can ignore any or all modifiers to the attack's ballistic skill, characteristic, and the hit roll. Okay. It has a 5-up invul, and each guy does. They are infantry Dark Reapers. The Dark Reaper Exarch Reaper launcher can be replaced with one of the following. Yeah, so he can either take the Aeldari missile launcher, the Shuriken Cannon, or the Tempest launcher. You take them in units of 5 to 10. They all come with the Reaper launcher and a close combat weapon. Next, you got the Death Jester. He's jesting out those death things. He's got a Shrieker Cannon. That's pretty cool. But he moves 8 with a toughness of 3, 6-up save, 4-up invuln. 4 wounds, leadership 6, and OC of 1. He does have that Shrieker Cannon, like I just mentioned. That is a 24-inch range, devastating wound weapon, 3 shots, BS2, strength 6, AP1, 2 damage. Not so bad. His melee weapon is the Jester's Blade. It is 4 attacks on 2s, strength 4, AP0, 1 damage. He's a lone operative, so that's nice. He has Strands of Fate. Death is not enough. In your shooting phase, after this model is shot, if one or more of those attacks destroyed an enemy model, that model's unit must take a battle shock test, and then Cruel Amusement in your shooting phase. One model from your army with this ability can use it. If they do, until the end of the phase, select one of the following abilities to apply to that model's Shrieker Cannon. Ignores cover, precision, sustained hits 3. Pretty good. He has no war gear options. He's just one dude. He comes with what he's got. He is an infantry character, Harlequin. Next up, we have the Dire Avengers. They move 7. Toughness 3, 4-up save, 1 wound, leadership 6, OC 1. The Exarch is the same with 2 wounds. They have the Avenger Shuriken Catapult. It's an assault lethal hits weapon. It's 18-inch range with 3 shots. BS3, as everything is here. Strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. Then you got the pistol, assault, pistol. 12-inch range, 1 shot, BS3, strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. They got melee weapons. They got close combat weapons. They're pretty bad. 2 attacks, strength 3, AP0, 1 damage. Dire Sword. This is devastating wounds. This is going to be on your Exarch for sure. These all hit on 3s, folks. These are 3 attacks on the Dire Sword. Strength 4, AP2, 1 damage. Interesting. Power Glaive. 3 attacks. Strength 5, AP2, 1 damage. Okay. Strands of Fate. Then they have Defensive Tactics. Each time you target this unit with the Fire Overwatch stratagem, when resolving that stratagem, hits are scored on an unmodified hit roll of 5+, or an unmodified hit roll of 4+ instead, if this unit is within range of an objective marker you control. Then they have War Gear abilities, the Shimmer Shield. The Bearer has a 4-up invuln, so that's going to be on the Exarch. The unit has a 5-up invuln, whatever. The Dire Avenger Exarch Avenger Shuriken Catapult can be replaced with 1 Shuriken Pistol and one of the following: 1 Dire Sword, 1 Power Glaive. If this unit, Dire Avenger Exarch, is equipped with 1 Avenger Shuriken Catapult, it can be equipped with 1 additional Avenger Shuriken Catapult, so he can be, you know, akimboed right there. The Dire Avenger Exarch Shuriken Pistol can be replaced with 1 Shimmer Shield. Okay. Units of 5 or 10. They're all equipped with the Avenger Shuriken Catapult and a close combat weapon. They are infantry with grenades. Nice. Next up, Eldrad. Eldrad, what do? You move 7 with toughness 4, 6 up save, 4 pinball though, 5 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1. Okay. Toughness 4, interestingly. Yeah, I think he was always a little tougher than other people were, other Eldar boys. He's got a Shuriken pistol. This is an assault pistol. We've seen this before. Hits on 2s now, because he's a character. Mind War. This is an anti-character 4-up precision psychic weapon. 18 inches, 1 shot. BS2, strength 5, AP 2, and D6 damage. Kind of interesting. He has the Staff of Ulthamar and the Witchblade. This is melee weapons. They're anti-infantry 2-up and psychic. It has 3 attacks, weapon skill 2, strength 5, AP 1, damage 2. He can lead things. He is a Strands of Fate guy. He has it. He is the diviner of the fortunes at the start of the battle when making your first Strands of Fate roll. Roll an additional 3d6. So you're going to roll 15 then. Doom. At the start of your shooting phase, you can select one enemy unit within 18 inches and visible to the psyker and roll 1d6 on a 2+ until the end of the turn. Each time a friendly Aeldari model makes an attack that targets that enemy unit, you add 1 to the wound roll. Very, very good. Very good. Although their whole army gets reroll 1 hit and reroll 1 wound, so probably not the most amazing ability, but, you know, add 1 to wound. If you really need to kill a knight or something, it's going to die. Eldrad has no war gear options. He is an epic hero. He comes with what he comes with. He can be attached to Guardian Defenders, Storm Guardians, and Warlock Conclaves. He's an infantry character, epic hero, Psyker, Farseer. Alright, Falcon time. Falcon punch you in the face. It moves 14 inches, toughness 9, save of 3, 12 wounds, leadership 6, OC of 3. Nice little stat line there. Ranged weapons are Aeldari Missile Launcher, either the Star Shot or the Sunburst. The Star Shot, they're both 48 inches. Star Shot's 1 shot, BS3, as are the rest of the weapons here. Strength 10, AP 2, and D6 damage. And then you have the Blast version, which is D6 shot, Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. It then has a Bright Lance, 36 inches, 1 shot. Strength 12, AP 3, D6 plus 2 damage. Pulse Laser, another one we've seen again, 48 inches. This is 3 shots, though. Strength 9, AP 2, D6 damage. Scatter Laser, 36 inches. 6 shots. Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Kind of poop there. Shuriken Cannon. Sustained hits 1, 24 inches. Didn't one of them have Ignores Cover before? Anyway, 24 inches, 3 shots. Strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage. The Star Cannon, 36 inches, 2 shots. Strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage. And then you got your Twin Shuriken Catapult. This is Assault and Twin Linked, 18-inch range, 2 shots. Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. And then you got your Wraithbone Hull. This is going to be 3 attacks with Strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage. So it's just your regular old thing that I'm hopefully not going to have to mention again. Combat weapon for vehicles. Always the same. It has Deadly Demise D3 and Deep Strike. That's pretty cool. It can Deep Strike. It's got Strands of Fate. It's got fire support. In your shooting phase after this model has shot, select one enemy unit hit by 1 or more of those attacks until the end of the turn. Each time a friendly model that disembarked from this transport makes an attack that targets that enemy unit, you can reroll the wound roll. Alrighty. It becomes damaged, just like all vehicles do. Its Scatter Laser can be replaced with one of the following. A Bright Lance is what you're going to take. This model Shuriken Catapult can be replaced with 1 Shuriken Cannon, which you do that. Yes, you do. It's a Falcon. It comes with the Pulse Laser, the Scatter Laser, and the Twin Shuriken Catapult, and it's a close combat weapon. It has a transport capacity of 6. Wraithbone boys take up 2 spaces. It cannot transport jump pack guys. It's a vehicle transport fly. Next up, Farseer. These move 7 inches. They have a toughness of 3. Save of 6. 4 wounds. Leadership 6. OC 1. They got some weapons here. Eldritch Storm. This is Blast and Psychic. 24 inches. D6 attacks. BS 3. Strength 6. AP 2. And D3 damage. Interesting weapon there. The next 2 weapons hit on 2s. The Shuriken Pistol is the first one. We've seen this before. Assault Pistol, Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage, 12 inches. Singing Spear, Assault Psychic, 12 inches, 1 shot. Strength 9, AP 0, 3 damage. And then some melee weapons. You got your Singing Spear again. This is 2 attacks, hitting on 2s for both of these. Strength 3, AP 0, 3 damage. Witchblade, anti-infantry 2+, psychic 2 attacks, strength 3, AP 0, 2 damage. So you'd probably take that one, just because it auto-wounds infantry on 2s. Yeah. Then, he's a leader. He has Strands of Fate. He also has Branching Fates, which is a psychic thing. Once per turn, when you use a Fate dice to substitute a roll made for a model or a unit within 12 inches of the Farseer model from your army, one model from your army with this ability can use it if it does. The result of that Fate dice is first changed to a 6, so you can only use this on one Farseer. So if you have 5 Farseers, which you can only take 3, if you have 5 Farseers, you can only pick one of them to do this, which I actually didn't notice before. So there's that's cool. Then he's got Fortune. This is what you probably have seen if you've played against Eldar so far. In your command phase, you can roll a d6 on a 2+, select one friendly Aeldari unit within 12 inches of the Psyker. Until the start of your next command phase, each time an attack targets that unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. Amazing. Especially on an avatar that is toughness 12. This guy's got a 4-up invuln. He can replace his Witchblade with a Singing Spear. He comes with the Shuriken Pistol, Eldritch Storm, Witchblade, and he can be attached to Guardian Defenders, Storm Guardians, and Warlocks. He's an infantry character, Psyker. Then we got the Skyrunner Farseer. He moves 14. He or she, it could be. They move 14, toughness 4, save 3 up, 5 wound, leadership 6, OC of 2. Eldritch Storm, we just saw this. It's a 24-inch blast psychic. D6 shots, strength 6, AP 2. D3 damage with a ballistic skill of 3. In fact, all of his stuff is ballistic skill 3, unlike the regular Farseer. Kind of weird. Shuriken Pistol, Singing Spear, we just talked about those. Then we got the Twin Shuriken Catapult, so we know that one as well, because we've had a lot of units with that so far. Combat, the Singing Spear, same deal here, strength 3, 3 damage, hitting on 2s, or the Witchblade, which is anti-infantry 2+, strength 3, 2 damage. He's a leader with Strands of Fate. He also has Branching Fate, so he can pick a model for or unit within 12. If you use a Fate dice on them, you can change it to a 6. Then he has Guide, so he's different than the regular Farseer. In your command phase, you can roll 1d6 on a 2+, select one friendly Aeldari unit within 12. Until the start of your next command phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll. He comes with a 4-up invuln. He has the War Gear option here. This model's Witchblade can be replaced with the Singing Spear. Otherwise, he's got the Twin Shuriken Catapult, Pistol, and the Witchblade and Eldritch Storm. He can be attached to Wind Riders and Warlock Skyrunner Conclaves. He is mounted up. He's a character. He flies, psychically, as a Farseer. Fire Dragons are next up. They move 7, toughness 3, 3-up save, 1 wound, leadership 6, OC 1. Fire Dragon has 2 wounds, so the Exarch, Fire Dragon Exarch. They come with a fusion gun. I believe they all have one of these. 12-inch range. It's Assault and Melta, so they can advance. That means they can move 7 plus advance plus shoot this. Maybe get into Melta range with that 12-inch range on it. It's got 1 shot with a ballistic skill of 3, strength 9, AP 4, D6 damage. So it's a little bit better Melta gun that you'd see in Marines or Guard. Imperium, I guess. Dragon's Breath Flamer is next. Ignores cover Torrent. This is a 12-inch range, D6 shots, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage, and then you got the Fire Pike. This is Melta 3, 18 inches, 1 shot, hits on 3s, strength 12, AP 4, D6 damage. So it's a stronger Melta gun that shoots further. That's fine. It's probably on the Exarch. Close combat weapon, whatever. 2 attacks, hit strength 3, hitting on 3s. Who cares? Then they have Strands of Fate. Assured Destruction. Each time a model in this unit makes an ranged attack that targets a monster or a vehicle unit, reroll a wound roll of 1 and a damage roll of 1. Okay. So each time they target a monster or vehicle, reroll wound rolls of 1 and damage rolls of 1. They come with a 5-up invuln. They can't take anything, but the Exarch can. He's special. The Exarch can exchange his Dragon Fusion Gun with a Fire Pike or a Dragon's Breath Flamer. You probably take the Flamer, maybe. I don't know, maybe the Fire Pike, maybe not. I don't know. I just wouldn't run this unit, probably. They can be taken in units of 5 or 10. They're all equipped with the Dragon Fusion Gun. Yep, close combat weapon. They are infantry with grenades, so that's interesting. Next up, we got the Fire Prism. The Prism of the Fire. Prism of the Flame. Moves 14, so super fast. Toughness 9, 3-up save. Toughness 9, yeah. Wounds 12. Leadership 6, OC of 3. Ranged weapons. The Prism Cannon has 2 profiles, so you're going to have to pick which one it makes its attacks with. It's either got a Dispersed Pulse. This is a blast weapon. They're both a 60-inch range and both BS3. The blast one is 2d6 shots, strength 6, AP 1, and 2 damage. Not bad at all. Yeah, AP 1's fine, I guess. Nah. Alright, Prism Cannon Focus Lances. This has linked fire, which we will get to in a moment. It's 2 shots, strength 18, AP 4, 6 damage flat. Boom. Kill you. Linked fire. So this is what this does. When selecting targets for this weapon, you can measure range and determine visibility from any other friendly fire prism model that is visible to the bearer. And then you got your Shuriken Cannon. This is just sustained hits 1. It's 3 shots, strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage. And then you got your Catapult. We know that one, 18 inches, 2 shots, strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. Wraithbone Hole, no one cares. Deadly Demise D3, Strands of Fate. Crystal Matrix, that's its ability. Now each time this model is selected to shoot, when you can re-roll 1 hit roll, and you can re-roll 1 wound roll. Okay, so each time it shoots, re-roll a single hit, re-roll a single wound. Both of them. It becomes damaged. And its twin Shuriken Catapult can be replaced with 1 Shuriken Cannon, which is just better in every way possible. That's what it comes with. It comes with, and it's a vehicle that flies. Fugan is next. He moves 7, toughness 3 with a 2-up save, 5 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1. He's got Seer Song. It's got 2 profiles. Either it's a beam with a sustained hits D3. That's got a 12-inch range, 3 attacks. They both hit on 2s. This one is strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage. Or you got the Lance, which is Melta 6, 18-inch range, 1 shot, strength 14, AP 4, D6 damage. In combat, he's got 6 attacks with the Fire Axe. Strength 5, AP 4, and 3 damage flat. Nice. Feel No Pain 5+, and Leader, Strands of Fate. Burning Lance. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. And then he's got Unquenchable Resolve. The first time this model is destroyed, roll 1d6. At the end of the phase, on a 2+, set this model back up on the battlefield as close as possible to where it was destroyed and not within engagement range of any enemy units, with its full wounds remaining. He's got a 4-up invuln. He's a big chonky boy. Not really, but, you know. He's got no war gear options, and he can be attached to only fire dragons. He's infantry character, epic hero Phoenix Lord. Then we got some Guardian Defenders. These are your battle line. So they move 7, they're toughness 3. They have a 4-up save with 1 wound and a leadership of 6. So they have a better save than they used to, I think. OC of 2. And then they can take this weapon platform thing. It's also movement of 7, same toughness, same save, 2 wounds though. Leadership 6, 0 OC on that thing. Their weapons are the Aeldari Missile Launcher, which we've talked about already. A Bright Lance, which we've talked about already. A Scatter Laser, which we've talked about already. The Shuriken Cannon, I'm pretty sure we've talked about that one. Shuriken Catapult, we'll talk about that. I'm pretty sure we've seen it, but this is just their basic weapon at 18 inches, 2 shots, strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. We've definitely seen twin-linked ones. And then they also have the Star Cannon. We've seen that as well. They also have close combat weapons. They only get 1 attack because they're lame and stupid. But they're only strength 3, AP 1, or AP 0, and damage 1. So bad. Defenders of, so they got Strands of Fate, then they have Defenders of the Fate. At the end of your command phase, for each objective mark you control, that is 1 or more units with this ability. In range of it, roll 1d6, and add it to your Fate dice pool, displaying the result you just rolled. Awesome. When the last Guardian Defender model in this unit is destroyed, any remaining heavy weapon platform models in this unit are also destroyed. So you let them die first. Got it. Alright, what do they take? The heavy weapon platform can replace its Shuriken Cannon with one of the following. Either the Missile Launcher, Bright Lance, Scatter Laser, or Star Cannon. You get 10 Guardians and 1 Bright Lance, or 1 heavy weapon platform, which is going to be a Bright Lance. Every Guardian Defender is equipped with the Shuriken Catapult and close combat weapons. And then the heavy weapon platform is equipped with that Shuriken Cannon and the close combat weapon. It's funny, they can smack you with that thing. Their infantry battle line grenades, Guardian Defenders. Hemlock is next. This moves 20 inches, toughness 8, 3-up save, 12 wounds, leadership 6, OC 0. Pretty standard flyer profile there. It's got heavy D-scythes. These are blast weapons with an 18-inch range. They make D6 shots. Surprised it's not a torrent weapon. Ballistic skill 4, strength 12, AP 4, and only 2 damage. Right, okay. Wraithbone Hull, who cares? Strands of Fate, Mind Shock Pods, Aura Psychic. While an enemy unit is within 9 inches of this model, subtract 1 from the Battle Shock and Leadership test for that unit. Yep. It has no war gear options. It has 2 heavy D-scythes and a Wraithbone Hull. It's a Vehicle Fly Aircraft Psyker Wraith Construct. Next up, we got the Howling Banshees. The Banshees that howl. They move 8. They're toughness 3 with a 4-up save, 1 wound, leadership 6, and 1 OC. The Exarch has 2 wounds. They have Shuriken pistols. We know what those are. And a Triskele. It's an assault weapon, 12-inch range, 3 attacks. Strength 4, AP 2, and 1 damage. That's probably only on the Exarch. Melee weapons. Banshee Blade. This is a 3-attack weapon. These all hit on 3s. This is strength 4, AP 3, and 1 damage. The Executioner, though, that's 4 attacks. It's strength 5, AP 2, and 2 damage. Definitely going to be on the Exarch. Mirror Swords, 6 attacks. Strength 4, AP 3, 1 damage. Triskele, 5 attacks. Strength 3, AP 2, 1 damage. They have fights first. They're always smacking you first. Strands of Fate, Acrobat. This unit is eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced. Very good. 5+ invuln. Why'd you do me so dirty? It's fine. It is fine. The Howling Banshee Exarch, Banshee Blade, can be replaced with one of the following, either the Executioner or the Triskele, which you'd probably take the Executioner. The Exarch's Shuriken Pistol and Banshee Blade can be replaced with 1 Mirror Sword. Okay, you take them in units of 5 or 10. They're all equipped with a Shuriken Pistol and a Banshee Blade. They're infantry, that's it. Illic Knight Spear. This is your sniper character guy that leads the Rangers. He moves 7. He's got a toughness of 3, save of 5-up, but a 5-up invuln against range attacks, oddly. 3 wounds, though. Leadership 6, OC 1. He's got a Shuriken Pistol, and he's got a Voidbringer. The Voidbringer is interesting. It's devastating, heavy, and precision. 48 inches, 1 shot, hits on 2s, strength 6, AP 3, 3 damage. Then he has a Power Sword, it's 4 attacks, he hits on 2s, strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage. He has Infiltrators, Leader, and Stealth, Strands of Fate, Bringer of the True Death. When this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, you can re-roll the wound roll. Nice. Hunter Unseen, this model's unit can be selected as the target of a ranged attack if the attacking model is within 12 inches. So they gain lone operative, basically. He's got no war gear options. He comes with what he comes with. He can be attached to Rangers. He's an infantry character, epic hero. Then you got Jane Czar. She moves 8. She's toughness 3 with a 2-up save. She's got 5 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1. She's got the Silent Death. This is an assault weapon with 12-inch range. 6 shots, BS 2, strength 6, AP 2, 1 damage. Then in combat, she's got the Blade of Destruction with either a strike or sweep profile. The strike profile is 6 attacks, hits on 2s, strength 6, AP 3, 2 damage, or she has 12 attacks hitting on 2s, strength 4, AP 3, 1 damage. She also has fights first, and leader. She has Strands of Fate, Storm of Silence. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Whirling Death once per turn. You can target this model's unit with the Heroic Intervention stratagem for 0 CP, and you can do so even if you've already used that stratagem on a different unit. She's got a 4-up invuln. She has no war gear options. She comes with what she comes with, and she can be attached to Howling Banshees. Next, you got Karandras. This is the striking Scorpion Boy. He moves 7, toughness 3, as they do. 2-up save, 5 wounds, leadership 6, and an OC of 1. He's got Ara's Bane. It's an assault pistol. It's got 2 shots at 12 inches, BS 2, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. Then he's got Ara's Bane, again, in combat. It's got sustained hits 1 with 5 attacks. Hits on 2s, strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage. Isra Mathil is the next one. It's sustained hits 1 as well, with 8 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. So that's his sword, I guess. He has Infiltrators and Leader, Strands of Fate, Shadow Hunter. While he's leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, you add 1 to the hit roll. I guess they all do that. Each time this model makes a melee attack, if it made a charge move this turn, a successful unmodified hit roll of 4+ scores a critical hit. And then he's got Scorpion's Bite. Melee weapons equipped by the bearer have the devastating wounds ability when targeting units without the Titanic keyword. So he will just kill things. Cool. Cool. He's got a 4-up invuln. He has no war gear options. He comes with what he comes with, and he can be attached to the Striking Scorpions. He is an infantry character, epic hero, Phoenix Lord. Then you got Magna Ra. This guy moves 7 with toughness 3, 2-up save, 5 wounds, leadership 6, and OC 1. He's got the Magitar. It's devastating wounds with ignores cover. It is 36-inch range, 6 attacks, ballistic skill 2, strength 7, AP 1, and 2 damage. I like it. And then in combat, it's 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 6, AP 2, and 2 damage. He leads things with his strands of fate. He harvests souls while he's leading a unit. You add 1 to the hit roll. And he has the Face of Death. Each time this model makes an attack that targets a unit that is below half strength, you can reroll the hit roll and you can reroll the wound roll. Just for him. 4-up invuln, no war gear options, can be attached to Dark Reapers. Comes with what he comes with. He's infantry character, epic hero, Phoenix Lord. Night Spinner is next. Same chassis, so movement 14, toughness 9, 3-up save, 12 wounds, leadership 6 with an OC of 3. This has the Doomweaver. This is Blast with devastating wounds, indirect fire, and twin linked. So you get to reroll those wounds, fishing for the devastating. These things are awesome. I think you probably take 3 of these. They shoot 48 inches. They have D6 plus 3 shots that are Blast, indirect, twin linked. Strength 7, AP 0, 2 damage. You're just fishing for those dev wounds. It can probably replace its twin shuriken catapult with the shuriken cannon. We know what those are. It's got a combat weapon. That's its body. It explodes, it has Strands of Fate, and then it has a good ability. Monofilament Web in your shooting phase after this model has shot. If 1 or more of those attacks made with its Doomweaver scored a hit against an enemy unit, that enemy unit is pinned until the end of your opponent's next turn. When a unit is pinned, subtract 2 from that unit's move characteristic, and it cannot advance. Get fucked. Damage, it can get damaged and be worse. Yeah, so it can replace its twin catapult with 1 shuriken cannon. It's got the Doomweaver. Cool stuff. Prince Uriel is the next up on the list. He moves 7. He's toughness 3. He's got a 3-up save, 4 wounds, and leadership 6, OC 1. Eye of Wrath, Assault. He has a range of 6. 1 shot. BS 2, strength 6, AP 3, damage 2. Then he's got the Spear of Twilight in combat. 5 attacks hitting on 2, strength 6, AP 3, and 3 damage. So he's not a slouch in combat. He is a leader with Strands of Fate. He is the hero of Ean, and while this model is leading a unit, add 1 to the objective control characteristic of models in that unit. Prince of the Corsairs. If your army includes this model, after both players have deployed their army, select up to 3 Aeldari units from your army and redeploy them. When doing so, you can set those units up in Strategic Reserve if you wish, regardless of how many units are already in Strategic Reserve. He's got a 4-up invuln, no war gear options. He comes with what he comes with. He can be attached to Corsairs, both units of them, Guardians and Storm Guardians. He's an infantry character, epic hero. You got Rangers here. These are probably new sculpts. Yeah. Move 7, toughness 3, save of 5, 1 wound, leadership 6, and an OC of 1. They have the Ranger long rifle, heavy and precision. It did get an upgrade, 36 inches, 1 shot, BS 3, strength 4, AP 1, and 2 damage. It doesn't do mortal wounds anymore, but none of the sniper rifles do. Shuriken Pistol, Assault and Pistol. 12-inch range, you know what it does. Okay. Close combat weapon, we know what those do. Infiltrators and Stealth on these guys. They have Strands of Fate, as we all do. And then they have Path of the Outcast once per turn. When an enemy unit ends a normal advance or fallback move within 9 inches of this unit, if it is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can make a normal move up to D6 inches as if it were your movement phase. They have a 5-up invuln against ranged attacks only. They have no war gear options. They come with what they come with. You take them in units of 5 or 10. They're infantry. Then you have this guy. This is a Shadow Seer, and this used to be a different codex, but now it's all together. It'll probably get its own codex. But Shadow Seer, movement of 8, toughness of 3, save of 6, 4 wounds, leadership 6, OC of 1. So this guy is a cool little Harlequin guy. He jumps around, casts powers, he's got a staff. Look at him, he looks awesome. Look at that, that's dope. I like it. Neurodisruptor, this is his ranged weapon. It's anti-infantry 2+, assault and pistol, 12 inch range. One shot, BS2, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Ew. Then he's got a shuriken pistol. We know what that does. The Mistave, this is something we don't know. It has 4 attacks hitting on 2s. It's a melee weapon. Strength 5, AP 1, D3 damage. Basically the same profile it had in the last edition, I think. He is a leader with stealth, notably. Strands of Fate, and he has Fog of Dreams. This is his psychic ability. While this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have stealth. Then he has Twilight Pathways. At the start of your movement phase, one model from your army with this ability can use it. If it does until the end of the turn, you can re-roll advance rolls made for that model's unit, and that model's unit is eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced. So that's pretty good. So you attach them to other Harlequin guys, and they get to move and charge and do all kinds of stuff. You can attach him to troops. He comes with what he comes with there. He can replace his shuriken pistol with the Neurodisruptor. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Shining Spears. Movement of 14. Fast little fuckers. Toughness 4. Save of 3. 2 wounds. Leadership 6. 2 OC. The Exarch has 3 wounds. They have laser lances. Laser swords that have a 6-inch range with 1 attack, BS3. Strength 6, AP 2 instead of AP 4 like they used to be. Damage 2. Shuriken Cannon, we know what it does. Star Lance. This is an assault weapon. It's got a 6-inch range. It is Strength 9, AP 3. 2 damage. Okay. Hits on 2s. So it's basically an upgraded laser lance. So 1 shot, BS2, Strength 9, AP 3, 2 damage. Twin Shuriken Catapult. We know what that does. It's a twin-linked catapult. Combat. We got laser lance. This is 3 attacks. Strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage with lance. So you get +1 to wound with it. Okay. Paragon Saber, 6 attacks, 3 up weapon skill. Strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage. That's pretty good. No lance on that, though. Star Lance, 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Strength 4, AP 3, 2 damage with lance. Okay. Okay, I don't hate them so far. The points dependent. Strands of Fate, and then they have Aerobatic Grace. Each time an attack targets this unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. And then you can get a Shimmer Shield on the Exarch. That's a 4-up invuln. Whatever. The Shining Spear Exarch's Laser Lance can be replaced with one of the following: Paragon Saber or Star Lance. You just take the Star Lance, and then the Shining Spear Exarch's Twin Shuriken Catapult can be replaced with 1 Shuriken Cannon, which you would definitely do. And then you can also be equipped with 1 Shimmer Shield, which you just do. The Shining Spear Exarch can be equipped with 1 Shimmer Shield. So you just do it. Units of 3 to 6. Every model is equipped with a laser lance and twin shuriken catapults. They are mounted fly. Now these are a unit I missed in the last edition because I didn't play Eldar at all. So these are some Shroud Runners. They move 14, they're toughness 4. They have a 4-up save and 3 wounds. They are leadership 6. Why are they so good? Leadership 6, like everywhere. OC 2. Ranger Long Rifle. So we saw this on the Rangers already. 36 inches. Strength 4, AP 1, 2 damage. BS 3, 1 shot. Scatter Laser. I've seen this before. It's 6 shots. It's Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Bad. It's got a 36-inch range. It's just not... It is not something I would take. It's like a big shooter. Alright, melee weapons. They got the close combat weapons. Just 1 attack, even though there's two guys here. Scout 9 inches with stealth. Strands of Fate. Target acquisition. At the start of your shooting phase, select 1 enemy unit within 12 inches invisible to this unit until the end of the shooting phase. Ranged weapons equipped by friendly Eldari models have lethal hits when targeting that unit. They have a 5-up invuln against ranged attacks. No war gear options. They are taken in units of 3 to 6, and every model is equipped with the Ranger Long Rifle, Scatter Laser, Shuriken Pistol, and Close Combat Weapons. So they just have a ton of guns. So, Sniper Rifle, Scatter Laser, so that's 6 shots per guy, so 6 times 6 is 36. It's a lot of shots. Volume of shots does kill things, so. Mounted Fly Shroud Runners. Then you got the Skyweavers. These are kind of similar, but they're Harlequins instead of regular Eldari. They move 14, like every other jet bike thing I've seen so far. It all moves the same. Toughness of 4 with a 4-up save. They have 3 wounds. Their leadership 6 with an OC of 2. They have a 4-up invuln. I'm surprised they don't have stealth. They have shuriken cannons, so we know what those do. They have a Star Bolas. We don't know what that does. It's a 12-inch range, D3 shots. Hits on 3, strength 7, AP 2, and 2 damage. No extra abilities. Then you have the Skyweaver Haywire Cannon. It's anti-vehicle 4-up with devastating wounds. It is a 24-inch range, 2-shot weapon. Hits on 3, strength 3, AP 1, 3 damage. So if you hit it on a vehicle on a 4-up, you're just popping 3 damage off of it each time. But with 2 shots, maybe, maybe not. If you can all take one, well, that's 12 shots, 8 hits. That's going to be 12 damage on a vehicle. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Close combat weapons, they have 3 or 4 attacks with close combat weapons that are the same profile as always, or they have the Zypherglaive. It's 4 attacks hitting on 3s, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. They have Strands of Fate and then Scything Swipes. Each time this unit ends a normal move, you can select one enemy unit, excluding monsters or vehicles, that it moved over during that move. If you do, roll 1d6 for each model in this unit. For each 4+, that enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. They do have that 4-up invuln. So, they do have some options here. Any number of models can each have their Shuriken Cannon replaced with one Skyweaver Haywire Cannon. So to put that into perspective, you get 18 shots with sustained hits 1 that are strength 6, AP 1, and 2 damage. Or you get 12 shots that are same range, no sustained hits, but they are anti-vehicle 4-up devastating wounds that are flat 3 damage. So do you want them to be anti-tank, or do you want them to be anti-infantry? On average, a unit of 6 of these, you can't take 6, never fucking mind. You can only take units of 2 to 4 now. I don't feel like doing the math anymore. I'll do that later. We have other videos for that, which you should totally go watch. And just so you guys know, in those other videos, we do go over points and everything. In these codex reviews here, these index reviews, we're just trying to fly through the units. We're just not really concerned about the points so much. We discuss those types of things in our unit reviews with our tacticas and that kind of thing, because then it becomes relevant. So, they're all equipped with the Shuriken Cannon, Star Bolas, and a close combat weapon. They're Mounted Fly, Smoke, Harlequin, Skyweaver guys. Solitaire has typically been amazing. Now, maybe, maybe not. I see that he is a lone operative. He is toughness 3 with a 12-inch move. Nice. 6-up save, 3-up invuln. Yeah, baby. 3 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1. Solitaire weapons. They're a precision weapon with 9 fucking attacks. Weapon skill 2, strength 6, AP 2, and damage 2. Okay, so he's still hilarious. Fights first, lone operative. Strands of Fate, Blitz. Once per battle in your movement phase, this model can use this ability before it makes a normal move. If it does, until the end of the turn, add 2d6 to this model's move characteristic and add 3 to the attacks characteristic of this model's solitaire weapon. So 12 attacks when he charges with this thing. And this model is eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced. Yeah, it's an epic hero, damn it. He's got no warrior options. He's an epic hero. Yeah, he just kind of comes with what he comes with. He cannot be your warlord. He's infantry character, epic hero. Harlequin. Next, you got your Spirit Seer. OP fucking unit. It is a movement of 7, toughness of 3, 6-up save, but a 4-up invuln, 3 wounds, leadership 6, and OC 1. He has a Shuriken pistol, and he's got a Witch Staff. The Witch Staff we have not discussed. This is a anti-infantry psychic weapon. Maybe we have discussed this, but it's got 2 attacks with a weapon skill of 2, strength 3, AP 0, D3 damage. Now, why is he so OP? Why is this guy so OP? Well, I'll tell you why he's so OP. He's a leader. He has Strands of Fate, and he has 2 abilities, the first of which is Spirit Mark. While this model is leading a unit, weapons in that unit have the lethal hits ability, and each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. It didn't need to do both of those things, but it does. So you get automatic wounds with 6s to hit, and you are +1 to hit. So all your Wraith Cannons just fuck things up. Then you have Tears of Isha. This is a psychic power that he has. While this model is leading a unit, in your command phase, you can return 1 destroyed bodyguard model to that unit. We'll get to Wraithguard in a moment, but this guy, you stick him with Wraithguard, and he's like, yo, Wraithguard, what's good? All your shit has lethal hits, you're +1 to hit, and I revive a guy every turn. And just so you guys know, my entire unit's impossible to kill, because it's toughness 7, and it's like -1 to wound, because of the Farseer, so. He's got no war gear options. He does have a Shuriken pistol and a Witch Staff, though, and he could be attached to a Wraith Lord? Excuse me? You can attach this to a Wraith Lord? He can be attached to Wraith Blades, Wraith Guards, or Wraith Lord. The fuck? That's weird. Not the only thing in the game that can do that. Like, you have the Admech Datasmith that can attach to those, like, monster things, but weird. I've never... That's... Okay, we're gonna just move along here. He's a character infantry psyker. Next, you have your Star Weaver. It weaves stars. Moves 14 with a toughness of 6. 4-up save, 6 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1. It's got a shuriken cannon. It's got a close combat weapon. Its close combat weapon, notably, is only strength 3. It does have 4 attacks, so it is a little bit different. It's 4 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 3, AP 0, and 1 damage. And that's because it's like open top, just like you have the guys fighting out of it, basically. So instead of having like its armored hull, which would actually be better, it doesn't. It just has guys. It has Deadly Demise 1, but it has a firing deck of 6, so 6 little fuckers can shoot out of this thing. It has Strands of Fate and Rapid Embarkation. At the end of the fight phase, if there are no models currently embarked within this transport, you can select one friendly Harlequin's infantry unit that has 6 or fewer models that is wholly within 6 inches of this transport. And unless that unit is within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can embark within this transport. That's kind of hilarious with Solitaire. You can just throw a Solitaire back in that thing. Or, you know, a unit. Got a 4-up invuln. Nice. Hard to kill. No war gear options, sadly. Comes with 2 shuriken cannons, so it's got 6 shots, sustained hits 1, strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage. This model has a transport capacity of 6 Harlequin infantry models. It's a vehicle transport, dedicated transport. Smoke, fly, Harlequins. Alright, so we got Storm Guardians next. They're movement of 7, toughness of 3, save of 4+, 1 wound, OC of 6, and leadership 6, OC of 2. They got that Serpent Scale platform. It's probably just a gun platform like the other dudes have. They got some ranged weapons here. They have Aeldari Flamers. Those are Assault, Ignores Cover, Torrent. They are D6 shots, no ballistic skill of course, strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage. Guardian Fusion Gun. It is a strength 8 Melt-A-Gun. So it's Assault Melta 2, 12-inch range, 1 shot, BS 3, strength 8, AP 4, D6 damage. And then you got your Shuriken Pistol, we know that one. Melee weapons, Aeldari Power Sword, 2 attacks, hits on 3s, strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage. Or you got your Guardian Combat Weapon. This is 2 attacks, strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. Strands of Fate, Storm Blades. At the end of your command phase, if this unit is within range of an objective marker you control, that objective marker remains under your control, even if you have no models within range of it until your opponent controls it. Great. So they have sticky objectives. Crude platform. If a guy dies, it's destroyed as well. And then you can take a Serpent Shield. Models in the bear's unit have a 5-up invuln. So you can give the whole unit a 5+ invulnerable save there. Pretty good. You probably do that. Up to 2 Guardians can have their Shuriken Pistol replaced with a Flamer. Up to 2 Guardians can have their Shuriken Pistols replaced with a Guardian Fusion Gun. Up to 2 Guardians can have their Guardian Combat Weapon replaced with 1 Aeldari Power Sword. You take them in units of 10. You got this Serpent Scale platform. They all come with a Shuriken Pistol and a Guardian Close Combat Weapon. And that thing also has a Close Combat Weapon and a shield. They're Infantry Battle Line Grenades with Guardians. And then you have Striking Scorpions next. These move 7, toughness of 3. Save of 3, 1 wound, leadership 6, and OC 1. The Exarch has 2 wounds. They got Scorpion Claws as their ranged weapons. These are Assault and Pistol. They're 12-inch range, 2 shots, BS 3, strength 4, AP 1, damage 1. Then you got your Shuriken Pistol. It's identical except it's 1 shot. In melee, they have Biting Blades. Sustained hits 1. This is a 5-attack weapon, hitting on 3s, strength 5, AP 1, and 2 damage. Scorpion Chainsword, this is sustained hits 1, 4 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. And then you have your Scorpion Claw, this is sustained hits 1 as well, 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 8, AP 2, and 2 damage. These guys have Infiltrators and Strands of Fate, and then they got the Manda Blasters. Melee weapons equipped by the Bearer have the Devastating Wounds ability when targeting units without the monster or vehicle keyword. Just the Bearer. They have a 5-up invuln. The Exarch can be replaced with 1 Scorpion Claw. The Exarch's Shuriken Pistol and Scorpion Chainsword can be replaced with 1 Biting Blade. You take them in units of 5 and 10. Yeah, okay. So they all come with Mana Blasters. Alright, so you take them in units 5 to 10. They have Shuriken Pistol, Scorpion Chainsword, and Mana Blasters. They're infantry. That's it. These things, the support weapons, the bane of people's existence sometimes, These have a 3-inch move and toughness 6 with a 4-up save, 5 wounds, leadership 6, and OC 1. Their ranged weapons are why they are scary, specifically because of the D-Cannon. The D-Cannon is a blast weapon with devastating wounds, heavy, and indirect fire, so it doesn't need line of sight to shoot you. It's got a 24-inch range, D3 shots with BS3, strength 16, AP 4, and D6 plus 2 damage. Next you got the Shadow Weaver. This is blast with devastating wounds. This is also heavy and indirect fire, so same exact options there. Twice the range at 48, multiple more attacks at D6 plus 2, BS3, but it's only strength 6, AP 0, and 1 damage. So, nope. Shuriken Catapult. It's an assault weapon, we know what it does. It's just what the crew gets. And then you have a Vibro Cannon. This is a heavy weapon. It's 48 inches with D6 shots. Hits on 3s, strength 8, AP 1, and 2 damage. It's got close combat weapons. It's got 2 attacks with those. It has Strands of Fate, and then it has Artillery Barrage. In your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, select one enemy unit that was hit by one of those, so not a monster or vehicle, that was hit by one or more of those attacks, until the start of your next turn, while this unit, until the start of your next turn, while this unit is on the battlefield, that enemy is suppressed. Okay, so this thing has to be on the battlefield still. Interesting. While a unit is suppressed, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. So their options are that they can replace their Shadow Weavers with either a D-Cannon or a Vibro Cannon. You take them in units of 1. I think when this came out, you could take them in units of 3. They're all equipped with that Shadow Weaver. The Shuriken Catapult and close combat weapons. They're a support weapon vehicle. Swooping Hawks, 14-inch move, toughness of 3, save of 4+ with 1 wound, leadership 6, and OC of 1. The Exarch has 2 wounds. You got Hawk's Talon. This is assault and lethal hits. 24-inch range. It's got 4 shots. BS3, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage, and then you have the Las Blaster, which is kind of the same thing. It's assault and lethal hits as well. 24-inch range, 4 shots. BS4. The only difference here is the strength. It's strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Melee weapons, they have close combat weapons themselves, which are just 2 attacks. Otherwise, the Exarch's going to have this Aeldari Power Sword, which is 3 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 4, AP 2, damage 1. They have Deep Strikes, they have Strands of Fate, and then they have Sky Leap. At the end of your opponent's turn, if this unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, you can remove this unit from the battlefield and place it into Strategic Reserve. They come with a 5-up invuln. They have some options here. The Swooping Hawk's Exarch Las Blaster can be replaced with 1 Hawk's Talon. I guess you do that. The Swooping Hawk Exarch can be equipped with 1 Aeldari Power Sword. You do that as well. Units of 5 or 10. They're all equipped with a Las Blaster and close combat weapon. Their infantry jump pack fly grenades. Next you have the Vizarch. He moves 8. He's toughness 3. He's got a 2-up save and 5 wounds. Leadership 6 and OC 1. He has Azuvar, the Sword of Silent Screams. It's precision. 5 attacks, weapon skill 2. Strength 5, AP 4, 2 damage. He's a leader. He's got Strands of Fate. He has Way of the Blade. While this model is leading a unit, that unit has the Fight's first ability. Cool. Champion if you need. Each time this model is selected to fight, select one of the abilities below for its sword. It gains this ability. Yeah, so you either got Sustained Hits 2, Devastating Wounds, or Lethal Hits. Cool. He's got a 4-up invuln. No war gear options. He's an epic hero. That he comes with what he comes with. He can be attached to the following units. Void Reavers, so the Corsair Void Reavers, Void Scarred, Guardians, Kabbalite Warriors, Troops, and Witches. You can attach this unit to one of the above units, even if Yvrain has already been attached to it. If you do, and that bodyguard unit is destroyed, they become separate units. Okay. He's infantry character, epic hero Ynnari, the Vizarch. Next, you got the Yinkarn. This thing is also really, really good. It moves 10 with a toughness of 10. It's got a 2+ save and 12 wounds. Leadership 6 and OC 3. Swirling Soul Energy. Ignores cover, psychic, torrent. 12-inch range, D6 plus 3. Strength 7, AP 1, D3 damage. Melee weapons. He's got Vilith Zar, the Sword of Souls. It's got 2 different profiles. It's either 5 attacks, both hit on 2s. This is strength 12, AP 4, D6 plus 1 damage. It's nice that it's plus 1. Or he's got 10 attacks at strength 6, AP 4, 1 damage. He deadly demises D3. He's got Strands of Fate, and then he has Inevitable Death, once per phase. If this model is on the battlefield, when another unit is destroyed, just after removing the last model in that unit, you can remove this model from the battlefield and set it up again as close as possible to where that unit was, where that destroyed model was, and not within engagement range of any enemy models. The last model that dies, he pops up right there. Pretty insane. Deathly Form, halves damage. He's got a 4-up invuln. He's got no war gear options. He's an epic hero. Can he be your warlord? Yeah, so that's what he's got. He is a monster character, epic hero, fly, psyker, demon, Ynnari. Then you have the troops. These move 8, they are toughness 3, 6-up save, 1 wound, leadership 6, and OC 1, but they do have a 4-up invuln. Ranged weapons, fusion pistol. This is assault melted 2 pistol. We've seen these before. They are the strength 8 AP 4 D3 damage ones with a 6-inch range. Neuro Disruptor, we've seen this, I think, on the Shadow Seer, I think is what he's called. Anti-infantry 2-up assault pistol, 12-inch range, strength 4 AP 0, 1 damage, poopy. Sheerkin pistol, we know that one. Aeldari power sword. So this is a 5-attack weapon, weapon skill 3, as they all are. Strength 4 AP 2, 1 damage. You got the Harlequin blade, 5 attacks, strength 3 AP 0, 1 damage, or the Harlequin special weapon, 4 attacks, strength 4 AP 1, 1 damage. Each time this unit makes a charge move until the end of the turn, each time on this unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the wound roll. So if they charge, they add 1 to wound. Any number of models can each have their Harlequin blade replaced with 1 Harlequin special weapon. Okay. The lead player's Harlequin blade can be replaced with the power sword. Yep. If this unit contains 10 or fewer models, up to 2 models can each have their Sheerkin pistols replaced with 1 Neuro Disruptor. Up to 2 models can each have their Sheerkin pistol replaced with 1 Fusion pistol. If this unit contains 11 or more models, up to 4 models can each have their Sheerkin pistol replaced with 1 Neuro Disruptor. Up to 4 models can each have their Sheerkin pistol replaced with 1 Fusion pistol. Okay, so you take them in units of 5 to 12. Yeah. They come with Sheerkin pistols and the Harlequin blades. They have grenades, they're infantry, they're Harlequins. The Troop Master. Moves 8, toughness 3, 6-up save, 4 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1, 4-up invuln. He's got a fusion pistol, maybe. We know what that does at this point. The Neuro Disruptor, we know what that does at this point. And the Sheerkin pistol, we know what that does at this point. Harlequin special weapon, same deal. He gets 5 attacks with it. Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage, hitting on 2s. Or he's got the Troop Master's Blade. This is 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. Strength 4, AP 2, and 1 damage. So it's just strictly better. He is a leader that has Strands of Fate, choreographer of war. While this model is leading a unit, melee weapons equipped by models in that unit have the devastating wounds ability. Yes. The Gorok's Favor. Once per turn, when you use a fate dice to substitute a hit roll, a wound roll, a saving throw made for this model, you can first change the dice roll to a 6. Okay. It's for this model. So you're going to use it on hit and wound rolls, I guess, if you're using it on this at all, because saving throws only happen once the unit's dead. Okay. His options are, his Sheerkin pistol can be replaced with either the Fusion pistol or the Neuro Disruptor. You're going to take the Fusion pistol. This guy's Troop Master's Blade can be replaced with 1 Harlequin special weapon. Why would you do that? This is strictly better. He comes with that stuff, so he's got the Sheerkin pistol and the Troop Master's Blade. He can be attached to troop units, and if this model is your warlord, troop units from your army have battle line. Alright, cool. So he's infantry character with grenades, Harlequins. Next up, Void Weavers. Movement of 12, toughness of 6, save of 4, wounds of 6, leadership 6, OC 2, prismatic cannon. What do they do to you? Alright, it's got 2 firing modes. It's got the dispersed pulse. It's a blast weapon, 36 inches with 2d6 shots. These are all BS3, folks. This is strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Alright, focused lances, 36 inches, 2 shots. Strength 12, AP 3, 4 damage flat. I'll take that one better. Sheerkin cannon, we know that one. Void Weaver Haywire Cannon. So this is a little bit better than the other one. Not by much at this, though. So it's anti-vehicle 4-up with devastating wounds. 24 inches. It has 3 shots instead of 2. It's strength 4 instead of 3. AP 1, 3 damage flat. Would have liked to have seen that be a little bit better, maybe more shots, maybe 6 shots. Is that too much to ask? 6 shots, 4 hits, 6 wounds on average. I mean, it's not that much. Okay. So, melee weapons, it's got 4 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage because of the guys inside. Smack ya. Deadly Demise 1, Strands of Fate, Devastating Assault. In your shooting phase, after this model is shot, select one enemy unit that was hit by one of the more of those attacks, take a battle shock test, and you have a 4-up invuln. Its Haywire Cannon can be replaced with the Prismatic Cannon, which I don't even know. I probably would, right? Wouldn't you? Maybe? Would you? I don't know. This thing seems like shit. 1 Void Weaver, 2 Shuriken Cannons, Void Weaver, Haywire Cannon, close combat weapon. Okay, maybe not. If it's got 2 Shuriken Cannons in addition to the Haywire Cannon, then we're talking. So it's a nice little gunboat there. It's a vehicle. Fly. Smoke Harlequins. This is the codex that never ended, okay? There's like 3 armies in one here. I guess like 2 armies in one here. Vipers. These move 14. The toughness 6, 3-up save, 6 wounds, leadership 6, OC 2. Their options are an Eldari missile launcher. That is going to be the same that we've seen before. Strength 10, AP 2, D6 damage, or Strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage with D6 shots on the small one, on the crack, on the frag. Then you got your Bright Lance. This is your Strength 12, AP 3 weapon. That's D6 plus 2 damage at 36 inches. All these hit on 3s. Scatter Laser, bad. Shuriken Cannon, good. Star Cannon, also good. Twin Shuriken Catapult, we've seen that as well. So that's the Assault Twin Linked Catapult. Wraithbone Hull, that's the Strength 6 version of a combat weapon on a vehicle. It's got the Deadly Demise 1, Strands of Fate, and Harassing Fire. In your shooting phase, after this model has shot, select one enemy unit hit by 1 or more of those attacks until the end of the phase. That enemy unit cannot have the benefit of cover. That's actually awesome. That is actually good. So they can replace their Shuriken Cannon with either the Missile Launcher, Bright Lance, Scatter Laser, or Shuriken Cannon. You're probably going to take the Bright Lance. It's got a Shuriken Cannon, Twin Shuriken Catapult, Wraithbone Hull. It's a vehicle that flies. The Warwalkers are next, and we're getting close. I just realized W means we're close to the end, I think, right? They are a movement of 10, toughness 7, 3-up save, 6 wounds, leadership 6, OC of 2. They have that same heavy weapon options here, so either the Eldari Missile Launcher, Bright Lance, Scatter Laser, Shuriken Cannon, or Star Cannon. They have Warwalker Feet. This is a different melee weapon. So this has 3 attacks hitting on 3s. It's Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. They have Scout 9 inches, Strands of Fate, and Power Fields. Each time a ranged attack targets this unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll, and they have a 4-up invulnerable save. Pretty annoyingly hard to kill. Pretty good. Each model can have each Shuriken Cannon it is equipped with replaced with one of the following. So it has 2 Shuriken Cannons and Warwalker Feet. So you can replace both of those with stuff here. Either the Eldari Missile Launcher, Bright Lance, Scatter Laser, and Star Cannon. So you can have one of each. You can mix and match. You know what I'm saying? You mix and match. But you actually don't. You just take Bright Lances. It's so much better. Okay. It's a Vehicle Walker, Warwalker. Oh, there's so much more. Warlock Skyrunner. Alright, he moves 14. He's toughness 4. He's got a 3-up save, 3 wounds, leadership 6, OC2. He's got Destructor. It's a psychic torrent weapon. It's 12-inch range, like most torrent weapons are, but not all of them. D6 shots, strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. Shuriken Pistol, Singing Spear. This is the strength 9 weapon that has no AP, but is 3 damage. These all hit on 3s except for the Flamer. Twin Shuriken Catapult, we know that one. Then we got the Singing Spear. This we also know, so it's 3 damage flat in combat, 2 attacks, but no AP. Weapon skill 3 on both of these, or the Witchblade. This is just the strictly better version. No, I guess not strictly better, but it's anti-infantry 2-up. So strength 3, AP 0, 2 damage, 2 attacks. He's a leader with Strands of Fate. He has Runes of Battle. This is psychic in your command phase. Select one of the following to take effect until the start of your next command phase. Conceal. Models in this model's unit have stealth. Reveal. Ranged weapons equipped by models in this model's unit have ignores cover. He's got a 4-up invuln. He can replace his Witchblade with a Singing Spear. He's equipped with the Destructor Power, Shuriken Pistol, Twin Shuriken Catapult, Witchblade. He can be attached to Wind Riders. You can attach this unit to the above unit, even if other leaders, excluding Warlocks, have already been attached to it. If you do, yeah. Okay, so he's Mounted, Character, Fly, Psyker, Warlock. Then you have regular Warlocks. These are movement of 7, so half the movement, toughness of 3, 6 up save, but a 4 up invuln. 2 wounds, leadership 6 and OC 1. They also have destructor, so the same flame or power. Shuriken pistol and singing spear. In combat, they have the same exact melee weapons, so the singing spear and the witchblade with the exact same profiles there. These are also leaders with strands of fate. They have runes of fortune. This is a psychic thing. In your command phase, select one of the following to take effect. You either have quicken. Each time this model's unit advances, do not make an advanced roll. Instead, add 6 to the move characteristic, or you got restrain. Each time an enemy unit declares a charge, if this model's unit is selected as a target of that charge, subtract 2 from the charge roll. The same enemy unit can only be affected by this once. He's got a 4 up invuln. He can take a singing spear instead of his witchblade. He's got destructor, shuriken pistol, and a witchblade. He can be attached to guardian defenders or storm guardians, and you can attach him to them even if you got something like a farseer attached. Warp Spiders, 12-inch move, toughness of 3, 3 up save, 1 wound, leadership 6, OC 1. The Exarch has 2 wounds. These have death spinners. These are a torrent weapon with devastating wounds, so it's a flamer with devastating wounds. 12-inch range, D6 shots, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. It's just a fucking flamer that devastates you. It's pretty good. They got close combat weapons. They got 2 attacks with those, hitting on 3s. Power Blades. This is the Exarch's melee weapon, 3 attacks, 3s to hit. Strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage. They have Deep Strike, they have Strands of Fate, they have Flicker Jump. In your movement phase, when this unit makes a normal move, it can make a Flicker Jump. If it does, until the end of the phase, its move characteristic is changed to 24 inches, but you must roll 1d6 after this unit ends that move. On a 1, this unit suffers 1 mortal wound. This unit is not eligible to declare charge in the same turn in which it makes a Flicker Jump. They have a 5 up invuln. The Exarch can be equipped with 1 additional Death Spinner and Power Blades, which you just do because it's free. Units of 5 to 10. They have Death Spinners and close combat weapons. Their infantry, jump pack, fly. Alright. Wave Serpent. The only difference that I see here is the amount of wounds. It has 13 wounds instead of 12, which it always has. Ranged weapons, Shuriken Cannon, we know you. Twin Aeldari missile launcher. So this is an Aeldari missile launcher that is twin linked. The rest of these weapons are the same. You have a twin Bright Lance, so it's a Bright Lance that is twin linked. Twin Scatter Laser, you have a Scatter Laser that is twin linked. So on and so forth. Shuriken Cannon, Shuriken Catapult, Twin Star Cannon. It's got the Wraithbone Hull, so 3 attacks, strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage, hitting on 4s in combat. Deadly Demise D3, Strands of Fate, Wave Serpent Shield. Once per battle in your shooting phase, you can select 1 enemy unit that is within 12 inches and visible to this model and roll 1d6. On a 2+, that enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds and must take a Battle Shock test. This thing has a 5 up invuln. Nice. Okay. Its twin Shuriken Cannon can be replaced with one of the following: Twin Aeldari Missile Launcher, Twin Bright Lance, Twin Scatter Laser, Twin Star Cannon. This model's Twin Shuriken Catapult can be replaced with 1 regular Shuriken Cannon, which you probably do. It's equipped with a Twin Shuriken Cannon, Twin Shuriken Catapult, and Wraithbone Hull. It has a transport capacity of 12. Each Wraith construct takes up the space of 2, and it cannot transport Jump Pack Boys. It's a vehicle, transport, dedicated transport, fly. Webway Gate. You know, this is when I thought I was at the end, because usually fortifications are at the bottom of the codex. We have not talked about Wraithguard yet, from what I can recall. This doesn't move. It's got a toughness of 12, a 3 up save, and 14 wounds. It's got a leadership for some fucking reason, and it's got an OC. It's a fucking fortification with a leadership. Like, just delete leadership from the game, guys, okay? It's never worked. It never will. Just bite the bullet. Get rid of it. This thing has Deadly Demise D3. This has Strands of Fate. It's a fortification. Arcane Cover. Each time range attack is allocated to this model. If that model is not fully visible to every model in the attacking unit because of this fortification, that model is cover. Alright, Web-based Strike. Each time a friendly Aeldari unit arrives from strategic reserves, you can choose to set up anywhere on the battlefield that is wholly within 6 inches of this fortification. If you do, that Aeldari unit can be set up within 9 inches of enemy models, and can be set up within engagement range of enemy models. What? If an Aeldari unit is set up within engagement range of enemy models, this way it counts as having made a charge move and is eligible to fight this turn. Okay, well, I suddenly like this a lot more. Okay, so fortification. While an enemy unit is only within engagement range of 1 or more fortifications from your army, that unit can still be selected as a target of a ranged attack, but each time an attack is made, unless it is made with a pistol, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Models in that unit do not need to take a desperate escape test due to falling back while battle shocked, except for those that will move over enemy models. Okay. It's a fortification. It's 2 Wraithbone Arches. Both Wraithbone Arches in this formation must be set up with their upper points no more than 1 inch apart, and with both statues facing in fully opposite directions, so that an arch is formed, as shown on the right. Both arches are treated as a single model. Just give it a base. Just put it on a fucking base and shut the fuck up. Alright. Wind Riders. Yep, like I said, we're not at the end. Wind Riders. This is Codex goes deep. Balls deep. Wind Rider deep. Movement of 14, toughness of 4, save of 3, 2 wounds, leadership 6, OC 2. They can take scatter lasers, shuriken cannons, and then twin shuriken catapults are probably what they just come stock with. Close combat weapon, they each get 3 attacks with it. They have Strands of Fate and a Swift Demise. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible target, re-roll a hit roll of 1. If the target of that attack is within range of an objective marker your opponent controls, you can re-roll the hit roll instead. Okay. Any number of models can each have their twin shuriken catapults replaced with one of the following. So you take the shuriken cannon. You can take them units of 9 shuriken cannons. Yeah. 27 shots. Yeah. With sustained hits and re-rolling everything. If you're on an objective, alright. They come with a twin shuriken catapult and close combat weapons. They're mounted fly. Wind Riders, Wraith Blades are next. They only move 6. What a shame. Their toughness 7 with a 2-up save, 3 wounds, and a 6 leadership. OC 1. They got Ghost Axes, 3 attacks. Weapon skill 4, strength 7, AP 2, 2 damage. Got Ghost Swords, 5 attacks. Weapon skill 4 again. Strength 6, AP 2, and damage 1. Remember that when you put a Spirit Seer in this unit, they get +1 to hit. Strands of Fate. Malevolent Souls. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if that model has not fought this phase on a 4-up, don't remove it from play, it gets to fight, then you kill it. Okay. Force Shield. The bearers of 4-up Invuln. Infantry. Wraith Construct. Wraith Blades. I'm assuming you take probably Great Swords with Ghost Shields, with Force Shields. Let's see. All models in this unit can have their Ghost Swords replaced with 1 Ghost Axe and Force Shield. Yeah, you do that. You do that. You take them units of 5 to 10. They're all equipped with Ghost Swords. Why do they write these rules the way they do? Next, you got Wraithguard. They also have the same profile. So, 6-inch move, toughness 7. It's so tough. 2-up save. So good. 3 wounds. Leadership 6. OC 1. They have Wraith Cannons. They're devastating wounds. Get fucked. 18-inch range. 1 shot. BS 4, but 3 when you attach the guy. Strength 14. AP 4. D6 damage. Or you can take the D-Scythe, which is not a flamer. It's just a 12-inch range that's D6 shots. You can have 10 D6 shots. It's hitting on 4s. Strength 10, AP 4, 1 damage. Make it devastating wounds, you know? Make that devastating wounds. That would actually be hilarious. It's like 30 shots on average. 20 hits. Yeah, see, it's not that good. You get like 3 mortal wounds with it. Like, get out of here. Alright. Close combat weapon. They got 3 attacks. Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. Hitting on 4s. Or 3 when you attach a dude. Strands of Fate, War Constructs, 1 for battle round. When an enemy unit targets this unit, after that unit has finished making its attacks, this unit can shoot as if it were your shooting phase. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Yeah, no wonder you're seeing, like, every army use a unit of 10 of these things with a Spirit Seer. Like, alright, have fun getting through 30 toughness 7 wounds out of a 2-up save in cover that shoot back at you that, yeah, okay. And then they use Phantasm to move around. Yeah, get out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You can take D-Scythes instead of Wraith Cannons. You take them in units of 10, 5 to 10. They come with Wraith Cannons and close combat weapons. Then you got the Wraith Knight. Please, God, tell me you're the last fucking unit I have to review tonight. He's got a movement of 10, toughness of 12, save of 2-up, only 18 wounds, and a leadership of 6, and an OC of 10. He's got heavy Wraith Cannons. These are blast devastating wounds. 36-inch range, D3 shots apiece, BS 3 on all these weapons. This is only strength 20. It's AP 4, you know, 2d6 damage, no big deal, no big deal. Scatter Laser, we know what it does. Shuriken Cannon, we know what it does. Star Cannon, we know what it does. Sun Cannon, we do not know what it does. The Sun Cannon has a 48-inch range, 2d6 shots, BS3, Strength 8, AP3, 3 damage flat. It's a pretty good weapon. It's a pretty good weapon. Pretty good weapon. He's got Titanic Feet. These are 5 attacks, their weapon skill 3, Strength 8, AP1, 2 damage. Or he's got the Ghost Glaive, which is 5 attacks at Strength 16, hitting on 3s on all these. Strength 16, AP3, 6 damage flat. You also got the Sweep Profile, hilariously at 15 attacks, Strength 8, AP2, 2 damage. Okay, Deadly Demise D6, Strands of Fate. Agile, each time this model makes a normal move, advance, or fallback move, it can move over other models, excluding Titanic. And terrain features that are 4 inches or less in height as if they were not there. Then it has Wraithbone Form. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, subtract 1 from that attack's damage characteristic. So, someone please explain to me, how do you kill a Wraith Knight that is -1 to wound and -1 damage? Riddle me that, Batman. It's actually not possible or anything, but, like, jeez. Like, these things were so undercosted when they first came out. Just, Jesus Christ. And the Wraith Cannons were just, oh, I'm going to turn this into a 6, and it's just 2d6 mortal wounds on you. Cool, man. Yeah, it seems fair. Seems fair. Alright, it takes damage, and it's -1 to hit. It can take a Scatter Shield, which gives it a 4-up invulnerable save all the time. That's in combat as well. Depending on how you load it out, though. So, this model's Titanic Ghost Glaive can be replaced with one of the following: 1 Heavy Wraith Cannon, 1 Sun Cannon. This model's Scatter Shield can be replaced with 1 Heavy Wraith Cannon. And then you can be equipped with up to 2 of the following: Scatter Lasers, Shuriken Cannons, and Star Cannons. It comes with Titanic Ghost Glaive, Titanic Feet, and a Scatter Shield. So you just give it 1 Heavy Wraith Cannon, I guess, if you really wanted to, and then just use Fate Dice on it to just do a bunch of damage to stuff every turn. Keeping the 4-up invuln is probably something that you're going to want to do. Yeah. We're not done. I lied to you all. I lied to myself. I hate my life. Let's go back up here. We got the Wraith Lord, and then there's more after that. This is a movement of 8, toughness 11, 2-up save, 10 wounds, leadership 6, OC 3. Can take Aeldari missile launchers. It can take Aeldari Flamers. We have not seen these, I don't think. Yeah, we have seen these, I think, on Guardians, actually. 12-inch range, D6 shots. Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Then you got Bright Lances, Scatter Lasers, Shuriken Cannons, Shuriken Catapults. These are not twin-linked, so just the regular ones. Just your 2 shots at 18. Hitting on 4s. All of this guy's weapons hit on 4s, I just realized. Alright, Strength 4, AP 1. 1 damage. Star Cannon. Yeah, we know all those. Okay, so melee weapons. Ghost Glaive. Strike. 4 attacks. Weapon skill 4. They all are weapon skill 4. Strength 10, AP3, D6 plus 1 damage. Sweep. 8 attacks. Strength 7, AP2, 2 damage. Nice. Wraithbone Fists. 4 attacks. Strength 7, AP2, 2 damage. This has Deadly Demise 1, Strands of Fate, and it has the Fated Hero. Each time this model destroys an enemy unit, roll a 1d6 and add it to your Fate pool, displaying the result you just rolled. Okay. What can he actually take? So, he comes with 2 Shuriken Catapults and Wraithbone Fist. Each of this model's Shuriken Catapults can be replaced with Aeldari Flamers. You probably do that. This model can be equipped with a Ghost Glaive. You probably do that. This model can be equipped with one of the following: Bright Lance. Yvrain is next. Are you the last thing I have to review? You have a movement of 8, toughness of 3, save of 6, wounds of 4, leadership 6, 1 OC. She has Storm of Whispers. This is an anti-infantry 2+ devastating wounds ranged weapon at 12 inches. It makes D6 plus 3 shots. It's BS2. It's not a torrent weapon. Okay. BS2, strength 2, AP 2, 1 damage. And then she's got Kavir, the Sword of Sorrows. This is a devastating wounds weapon. 5 attacks hitting on 2s. Strength 4, AP 3, 2 damage. She deep strikes. She leads. She strands as a Fates. She is the Herald of Yanid. While this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have the Feel No Pain 5+ ability. She has Word of the Phoenix. While this model is leading a unit, in your command phase, roll a d6 on a 2+, d3 destroyed bodyguard models are returned to that unit. She's got a 4-up save, invuln. She's an infantry character, epic hero, Yanari Psyker. No war gear options. She's got what she's got, and she can be attached to the Void Scarred, Void Weavers, Guardians, and yeah, so either Cabalite or Witches. Just not the homunculus ones. Oh my fucking god, dude, there's more! There's still more! Did we, like, go back to the top yet? I don't think so. Warlock, Skyrunner, Conclave. 14-inch move, toughness 4, 3 save, 3 wounds apiece, leadership 6, OC 2. Destructor, we've seen that. It's strength 5 AP 1 damage. It's a heavy flamer. It's a ranged weapon, heavy flamer. Shuriken pistol, singing spear, twin shuriken catapult, all things we've seen before. Singing spear, in combat we've seen before. Witchblade in combat we've seen before. They are the same as we have seen. They have Strands of Fate and Protect, which is a psychic power. While Farseer model is leading this unit, each time a ranged attack targets this unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. And then they have the Warlock Conclave, which is models in this unit have the Feel No Pain 4+ ability against psychic attacks. They all have a 4-pin vuln. And a number of models can each have their Witchblade replaced with 1 Singing Spear. You take them in units of 2 to 3. They're all equipped with Destructor, Shuriken Pistols, and Twin Shuriken Catapults. I could see a bunch of Destructors being cool. We're still not done. We have the Warlock Conclave. How could I forget? They are movement of 7, toughness 3, save of 6+ with a 2 wounds, and leadership 6, OC 1. They got that 4-pin vuln though. They also have Destructor. They also have Shuriken Pistols and Singing Spears. They also have Witchblades and Singing Spears in combat with the exact same profiles. We're not going to go over those, because I want to get to the bottom of this. Strands of Fate, and so do you. You probably, if you're even still here, thank you so much for being here at this point. It's like an hour in. You got Protect. While the Farseer is leading the unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. And then they have 4+ Feel No Pain against psychic attacks, like the other guys do. Alright, we did it. Any number of models can each have their Witchblade replaced with 1 Singing Spear. You take them in units of 2 to 4. They're all equipped with Destructor, Shuriken Pistols, and Witchblades. Alright. That is going to do it for the extremely long Eldar or Aeldari Codex, folks. If you stuck around until the end here, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to comment if you play Eldar, even if you don't, leave a comment anyway. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. It tells our Eldar gods that people should be watching this content, you know? Be sure to check out the rest of the playlist where we go over each index and each unit in it, and be sure to check out our other playlists as well, where we will see you sexy pointy ears in the next video.